This happened very recently, and is still very fresh in my memory. I live in the countryside, where half our houses are vacation homes. Not much happens here, but if you enjoy nature it's great. I'm an outdoorsy kind of person, my favourite element being water. I do kayaking, diving, swimming, and anything else water related I can get my hands on. I was on my way home from a night shift. I got this job just for the summer, at a halfway house. It's a home for 8 recovering addicts, and there's always got to be 2 people working there at night too, just in case. It's usually very calm. We play cards, watch TV, cook. Easy money really. So back on topic. I was driving home, and as I always do, I stopped at the little secluded lake for a swim. I can never resist a good swim, and I've always got a bikini in the car. This lake isn't very large, but crystal clear and surrounded by a beautiful forest area. You would never know it was there if no one told you. The little road that leads down to the beach is narrow and well hidden. As a result, there's almost never anyone there apart from the occasional dog walker. I had only just started to swim out into the lake when I felt that my car key, that I keep tied onto a piece of string around my ankle, didn't feel tight enough, and I was afraid it would slip off my ankle and be lost. So, instead of swimming straight out into the lake, I quickly made my way around the little rocky part of the headland. If the lake is slightly L-shaped, I was in the angle and could see through to the beach and car. As I fastened the string better, I look up towards my car. I'm now in a hidden spot, not far from the beach and the car, but hidden behind the corner, so I can see the car from my side. I didn't see him at first. I had to squint to make sure it wasn't an illusion, a trick of my imagination, but no. Squatting behind my SUV was a man. A man in a bright yellow hoodie that I recognised. I didn't see his face, of course, and it was too far away to actually see who it was anyway, but I definitely recognised the hoodie. It was Creepy Freddy. He was only 17, but very unstable, and hadn't returned from his visit to his parents the day before. We called the police, of course, but since he usually turned up on his own after a few days of freedom, the police often advised us to wait and see. He'd earned his nickname Creepy Freddy after assaulting a girl with a scythe, and for no other reason than that he felt she was too beautiful. She wasn't badly injured, but still, creepy indeed. He had a long history of drug-induced violent outbursts, and even if he was nice enough when sober, he was a nightmare when he wasn't. I thought about trying to get up, leave the car and trying to walk back towards the main road. But what if he spotted me and ran after me? I had no idea if he was fit or not, and I was barefoot and in my orange bikini. That would be way too easy to spot. I decided against it. The risk of ending up face to face with a probably drugged, violent and possibly armed Freddy was too big of a risk. I considered my options and realised there was only one. To swim across the lake and reach the little cluster of vacation cottages that occupied the opposite beach. As quietly as I could, I started to swim. The swim took me over 90 minutes, and I kept turning round to see if I was being followed. I reached to the beach exhausted and cold. I walked up the sandy beach as a young mum and her kid spotted me. I explained the situation and she phoned the police and fed me. She gave me some coffee and some waffles, probably the best I've ever had. The police arrived to find Freddy gone, and all 4 of my tyres were slashed. I resigned from my job at the halfway house and I hope we never meet again. Freddy is, as far as I know, still not found.
Just to clarify, I'm a 5'7", 14-year-old female. Please excuse any mistakes, my grammar and spelling are horrific. This encounter takes place when I was 13. I live in a very quiet village in Scotland, and this town has never had any kidnappings before that I know of, so I wasn't exactly prepared for this encounter. My parents asked me to run down to the local Tesco for essentials such as bread and milk, etc. So I started to walk the half a mile or so to town. Since I'm a really paranoid person, I normally keep a good eye on my surroundings, and I noticed something off. A black Mini was driving slowly behind me. I'm too afraid to turn around and see the driver, but I pick up my walking pace. They also drive a little faster. In my head, I'm screaming, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. I finally make it into the Tesco car park and practically sprint to the front doors. I probably look like an idiot, but when you think you're going to be murdered, you run fast. I talked to one of the cashiers who was a very nice young lady who looked like she was in her early 20s. I told her I thought I was being followed and pointed to the car so she could take a good look at the license plate number, and she said that her friends would look out for me. I felt a little better and made my way to the dairy aisle. I was scanning for the cheapest milk when there was a tap on my shoulder. I turned around to see this 6'2" middle-aged man that had greasy black hair and was wearing a tracksuit. Hey there. Just wanted to say that you're really beautiful. Very pretty. He took a few steps toward me. I, being a person who really hates human interaction, started to cry silently, the tears just spilling down my face with no sound. He takes this opportunity to say, "Now there, stop crying. Don't want that gorgeous face of yours all wet. You and me should go down and get a drink together. What do you say?" I'm so scared. But then, I hear the cashier's voice behind him. She yells at him, asking what the hell he's doing. "Oh, well, I'm just asking my beautiful girlfriend if she wants to have a drink at the bar, that's all." Girlfriend? Beautiful? I'm wearing a Hogwarts Hufflepuff hoodie that's too big for me, and scruffy jeans and scruffy shoes. How the hell am I beautiful right now? I look up at the lady and whisper, "I'm 13. This is when she threatens to call the police. He backs off and says that this was all just a big misunderstanding and he thought I was older. He then turns and runs out of the store. The lady, whose name was Rachel, helped me gather the rest of my items since I was in a panicked state, and called the police and told them the guy's license plate number, and called my parents to inform them that they should come pick me up. I gave her my mom's number. I bought her a box of chocolates the next day to say thank you. I don't know what happened to the man, but I hope he's in police custody, where he belongs. So, creepy guy who thought I was older, let's not meet again.